Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my inaugural video. This is it. Welcome home. I am indeed Schmitty300. This is the first video of my brand new channel, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be here. I'm just gonna kind of roll with it here. This is gonna be very raw footage. I'm not much of a video editor. In fact, I'm not one at all. I do hope to evolve and learn as I go. And also getting new equipment will also help be very helpful as well. So huge shout out and thank you to all my friends and family that were supportive, have been supportive the past 24 hours since I launched my initial video. So I had plans to do certain games to start with, but when I was fiddling with the software I've decided to use, I started playing the game we're going to play today, and it's worked out pretty well. So we're going to make this the inaugural. It's a fantastic game, so we are going to get right into it. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Rimworld. This is a colony simulator game by Tynan Sylvester. This is easily my favorite game right now. Tough to describe. It's a simulation game. I'm not sure what other kind of games it's like. I'm just going to play it and I'm just going to show it to you. So the Alpha 16 patch came out, I think it's about 2 weeks ago, and it's really turned this whole game around and made it's exploded in the best way possible. Before, it was a very two-dimensional, literally and figuratively. You set up a scenario to crash on a distant planet, a rim world, and you try and survive. And the goal of the game is to actually build a spaceship and escape. Which kind of confuses me because depending on the scenario you pick, you actually have chosen to come here to whatever world it is you land on. And then the goal is to leave, which doesn't really make sense unless I'm misinterpreting things, which is very possible. So, but yeah, let's just hang out. Let's have a good time. And this is Rimworld, so we're gonna get started. So I've played this for weeks now, so I will skip the tutorial. But this will be more of a playthrough, walkthrough than more of a walkthrough. So I highly recommend this game. I'm not sure if it's still on sale or not from Christmas. Probably not. But if you're a fan of city simulation and civilization, and for those of you who are familiar with the Caesar series, Caesar 3 is one of my all-time favorite games. The designers and developers of this game have just thought of everything, and we'll get into it, and I will show you. So here we go, starting new colony. So here are the built-in 3 options. You can start as a threesome you go into cryostasis and you crash land on this planet, and you've got all these resources to start with. You can start as a rich, snooty kind of guy. You start with a whole bunch of resources and also advanced research and development. But there's just one of you, so all the workload rests on you. Or a lost tribe where there's 5 of you, limited resources as far as money is actually concerned, and very, very primitive technology. It takes you, not only do you start with less technology, but it takes you a lot longer to research it, which we'll get into. I made one for myself, which I really like. It's just a minor adjustment to the crash landed one up here. I've started with fewer resources to make things more interesting for myself. Fewer silver, fewer starting meals, fewer medicine, basic weapons, that kind of thing. And I like it, so we're going to play this one. So they have an AI built into it, and how it works is there's 3 different ones you can choose from. There's Cassandra Classic, which is it's a standard AI. The difficulty gets progressively harder as the game goes on, as indicated here, steadily increasing curve of challenge and tension, etc., etc. There's Phoebe Chillax, which is probably where most beginners would start. Her name kind of explains how she works. And there's Randy Random, which I actually haven't even tried yet, and I won't try now. But the kind of thing where you may just get started, and the first time your colony gets raided, it may be raided by 20 guys with advanced laser guns, when the first raid, when you play with Cassandra, is just one dude with a club. It acclimatizes you to how battle works. So we're going to go with her. I like the rough. It's not boring, but it's not impossible. So we'll move on from there. The best thing that Alpha 16 release has done for this game is they've taken it three-dimensional. And they've, before the world map you would create was just a two-dimensional map, is what it was. Now they've actually gone and they've made it three-dimensional. It's a full globe, and you can decide on what size of the globe you want to actually render. Because if you do 100%, it tells you that it takes a very long time to generate. Probably actually about 60 to 90 seconds, but on the system I use, so it's a while. But I'm not going to waste your time with that. So we'll go 50%. The seed is just the name of it. I'm just going to do a random one. We'll do orange. You can adjust the rainfall and temperature. I'm just going to kind of stick with mostly normal stuff. I have found personally that fires are a pretty big problem for me. Maybe it's a wee part of my game, I'm not sure, but I like it when it rains, so because actually it's a natural fire extinguisher. So we're going to generate this world. So thank you so much for being here. As I said in my inaugural video, I can't tell you how excited I am to start doing this and sharing all this stuff with you. So thanks for being here. Along with the three-dimensional globe, they've actually introduced trade amongst other colonies. The colonies would come to you and trade, or you could actually develop interstellar communications and actually call them to come to you and to trade. But that was the only way you could actually trade with anyone nearby, and it was very limited. Now with the three-dimensional globe, and they've actually introduced a caravan feature where you can create a caravan and take goods with you and travel to go trade or invade, which I think I'm going to try on this one. I haven't invaded anyone yet on this new patch, but it looks like a lot of fun, and I gave it a shot. So here we go. So here is our Rimworld. As you can see, I only generated half of it because it just takes too long, and I'm never going to get to this side of the planet. I've won it once on this patch, and I've never even got close to going to the other side of the planet entirely. So this will be a very basic playthrough. Not unlike our planet, there's basically cold poles in the north and the south, and then very warm on the equator, etc. You can zoom out. I think you can actually find the sun, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, there it is. Cool. Okay, so as you may or may not assume and guess, the Skull and Crossbones are pirate colonies, which will invade you and are not friendly. In fact, they started kind of like a minus 90% hostility towards you, and most people are at war or are on poor terms with them. The colonies of the houses, they are technologically at least current. You can trade, higher end steels, and you can build TVs in this game, and you can trade those kind of things with them. We'll get into it. The tents are native tribes, and they'll trade with, they make pemmican, which is like a dried food that hardly ever spoils, but they'll trade in skins and leather and that kind of stuff. Much more limited inventory when trading with them. So I'd like to find a spot that has a pirate camp nearby, not too cold, and trading people around. So I think I might go right around here. The darker terrain here is actually just defined as impassable. So if you were to start traveling, you actually can't even go over that, and nor can you play it. So I think I like having some mountains, not too flat. Oh, this is just nothing but hot. That doesn't really interest me. I like a very Western Canadian-esque climate. That'd be nice. What about here? Winter 11, summer 27. That's a pretty decent range. You can growing periods year-round. flat. I want to get some mountains. I'm gonna be picky because I want to. Let's out again. What about over here? What would this be like? Forest minus 17 in the winter. 30 days of growth. Flat. No. Maybe I won't get a chance to be too picky here. What about here? What about something like this? There we go. That'll work nicely, actually. Average winter temperature of 2. Average temperature of the whole year is 15. 40 days of growing period. 3 different kinds of materials to mine naturally. Granite and marble are nice. Decor. Large hills. I like this. This looks good. So not as close to an invading spot or trading as I would probably like, but this will do. Now we get our colonists. So these are actually randomly generated. There are a ton of mods you can get for this game. One which I'm quite certain you can actually customize everyone to the way you like it, but I like to just kind of do random stuff. They all come with backstories and things they can't do, certain traits which help or hinder them. There'll be often lingering injuries like battle scars or old gunshot wounds or something like that. And there'll also be relationships amongst the camper or amongst the colonists. And actually, will be relationships amongst colonists from other camps. So my Bryce here might be the husband of one of the head tailor of the local native, whatever. And it'll tell you if they visit. The game will tell you that the visitors you have relations with people with your colonists. So here are all the skills they get, and this is a great part of it. This is why this game is so detailed and so awesome. Is that not only do they have all these different abilities, but they have varying levels of passion for them. And these guys have 2. Yeah. So this girl here, Sashiko, loves construction, so they'll learn this at a much faster rate. Psychically deaf. There are psychic or ships that affect the minds of either males or females periodically, and it brings their mood down and makes them a risk for going insane, basically. But this guy is immune to them, so that's cool. Nervous increases their mental break threshold, whatever. This guy actually isn't too bad. Social is good for bringing prices down when negotiating. He's a good animal trainer. He enjoys crafting and research. I'm going to keep him. Bryce, you're a keeper. Octave. Pyromania. That is a nightmare. That is no fun. And even if their mood is high, Pyromaniacs will just randomly go on a fire starting spree, and it sucks. So I'm going to randomize something new. Incapable of scary or cooking. Cooking doesn't bother me. This kind of concerns me. 0s across the board. No, we're gonna move on. Careful shooter, masochist, and a slowpoke. He's a Glitter World surgeon. Glitter World medicine is like the high end medicine. Whatever reason he was a surgeon, but his medical skills are only a level 5. He's up to level 20 is the highest you can go. No. Now this could be interesting. He's incapable of research, crafting, or artistry, but he's good construction. He could be our doctor. Defense is really important, especially if you want to start raiding people. He's industrious, so he learns way faster. Oh yeah, you are a keeper. I don't mind not having any of this stuff. We'll have other people to do our crafting for us. RV blockage, no thanks. Night Detail Tailor avoids alcohol and drugs. Yeah, you can start like a drug ring. You can grow what's like this game's equivalent of weed, and there's all other drugs too, and there's addictions and all kinds of stuff. Not a good shot, not a doctor, and not researching. Animals being artistic. Growing, having someone who's passionate about growing is also really important. That's the primary source for feeding your colony. So, night owl though. And let's keep trying. I would like a grower though. Is what I would like. Pessimist is kind of annoying. It's a trait. It just brings their mood down permanently. There's nothing you can do about it. He won't research. He won't do art. He won't cook. He's a good shot and he's a good grower. Okay, I will keep you. Tiefin Thaler. Let's not call you Tiefin Thaler. Let's call you... Oh, I don't know. Pick something, Jeff. Why are you not... Oh, I see. How about Smith? Your last name is Smith, and you'll be known as... Why is this not working? Okay, whatever. You know what? Tiefin Thaler, it is. Whatever. We'll call you Tief. And here we go. I think we're already 20 minutes in or so, approximately. We'll have a nice long first episode. Let me know what you think about this game. If you've played it or how this sounds to you if you're seeing this for the first time. Let me know below in the comments. Let me know. I'd love to hear about your thoughts. I'm trying to think of what other games I've played that this is comparable to. I've actually not played much of the Civilization series. Okay, so 3 of you awake in your crypto sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Okay, I lied. I was wrong about choosing to come here. It is avoiding a disaster, and you land on this planet. So, as pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. So you land. There we are. So there's Bryce, Christina, and Tiefin Thaler. So here is our map. So mountains are made of various natural materials like sandstone and marble and all kinds of stuff. There's limestone, there's slate, and other natural rocks and materials. Any of the dark ground here is actually extra fertile ground. See in the bottom left-hand corner it says fertile 140%, so crops grow 40% faster there than anywhere else, which is very handy to have. No fishing in this game yet that I'm aware of, so water is not a big deal. The brown stuff here is what's called compacted machinery. These are basically electronic components that are essential for creating a lot of technology, fridges, televisions, you know, electric stoves, that kind of stuff, and even building the electricity, which is right here. We have the basis for fuel electricity, solar, and wind. So you come in technologically sound as the 3 survivor scenario instead of the 5 tribal. So yeah, the beginning, and you know what? I think I might actually just call this video here, and we'll get started. Lots of fertile ground here. I think I have a good selection of places to start. I also want to note that I'm aware that the frame rate here probably on these videos won't be very good to start with. I've been a student for the past 3 years, and spending money on toys for myself has not exactly been a priority. So, but this is something I really want to do, and I want to get started, and you got to start somewhere. So we will evolve. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it right there. Thank you everyone so much for joining me. I'm super excited about this journey we're about to go on. For those that don't know me very well, I am a bit of a fast talker. I'll be working on that as we go. But I hope to be someone that you can come to and hang out with in a virtual sense. So I am Schmitty300. Thank you so much for stopping by, and don't forget, always be kind, be strong, and be awesome. Thanks, everyone.